students, today I'm going to be talking about the verb gustar. The verb gustar in Spanish means to like, and it's an AR verb, so you're learning about the verb gustar when you're learning typically about other present tense AR verbs in Spanish. But the difference is gustar functions differently than typical AR verbs. And so what do I mean by that? Well, here on my board is the verb cantar, which means to sing. So, like I've instructed you before, the first thing that you do when you're conjugating a verb is you find out what is the stem and what is the root of that verb, okay? And so the first thing you would do is you would drop off the AR, then you determine what the subject of the sentence is, and then you would add the appropriate ending to correctly conjugate the verb. So for example, with AR verbs, it would be o, as, a, amos, ais, an, depending on what the subject of the sentence is going to be. But gustar is very different because it doesn't have all these conjugations for when you're saying, I like, and whatever the thing you like is. So the verb gustar has two conjugations to express to like something, okay? So gustar, you would either conjugate it to gusta, or, I don't know if you can see that, or gustan. Okay? Why is that? When we have a sentence in English, for example, I like dogs. I is your subject, like is your verb, and dogs is your direct object, okay? But in Spanish, if we said I like dogs, we would say me gustan los perros. Gustan, because dogs is plural. So let's look at the sentence, me gustan los perros. If you have the sentence, me gustan los perros, look at that sentence and tell me what the subject of the verb is. In English, it would be I, because I'm the one that's doing the liking, right? But in Spanish, I is not the subject of the sentence. Instead of saying, I like dogs, what we're really saying in Spanish is, the dogs are pleasing to me. So therefore, dogs, los perros, is the subject of the sentence. This is our subject. And the verb has to agree with the number that's in the subject. So perros is plural. So we have to make the word gusta, gustan, to make it plural to agree here. And then me is to me. So it is pleasing to me. They are pleasing to me. So what if it's the dog? I like the dog. You would say, me gusta el perro. Me gusta el perro. So in a nutshell, you only have two forms of gustar that you can use when you're putting together a sentence like this. Either gusta or gustan. And the thing that is liked typically in English, you're going to say, it is pleasing to me. This becomes the subject of the sentence. So if it's something singular, like the dog or the ice cream, the verb is going to be singular as well, gusta. But if this is plural, like the tacos are pleasing to me. Me gustan los tacos, okay? So I'm going to post a second video and talk about this a little bit more in depth, and we're going to talk about verbs. How do you say I like an action? I like to swim. Well, how do you say that? So that second video will cover that.